So I started to see that that is really where the world is going.
Okay, go home, Habibi. No, I'm good. Go home, I know.
When you're in Dubai, life is very different. Safety. Quickly, I broke a number of company records to really make a difference in taking their businesses to the next level. Alexa, set me a timer for 12 minutes, please.
12 minutes, starting now.
So every day starts with meditation. I do it for 12 minutes, and the main reason I do is it centers my mind, gets me balanced and really truly primed for the day ahead. And so as you just saw, 12 minutes, peace, relaxation, sets you up for what's to come next. The next thing I do is I start to read. The book I'm reading right now is The Little Book of Stoicism by Jonas Salzberger. One of my all-time favorites. I classify myself as a Stoic, and the reason why is it really gives you a true guidebook on how to actually live your life. One of my favorite statements in the book is it says here, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. And that's by Epictetus. And it really says it all, right? You put out there into the world and the universe exactly who you're saying you're gonna be, the man that you wanna show up as every single day. And then you take the intentional actions to be that person, to prove to yourself that you are exactly who you say that you are. So here in Dubai, it's 11:15 now, even though I live on UK time zone, so for my body it's 8:15. So now it's time to eat, get ready for training. So my go-to is my cashew nuts. They get me primed, ready to go. And then I normally have some kind of nut bar, something like this, Nature's Valley. It's good, does the job, 10 grams of protein. And of course, my trusty Evian. Stay hydrated, and let's get ready to get to work. Right, time for training. Let's go and kick some butt. Ready? You can see when training we don't do anything half-hearted, 100% effort in everything we do. That's how we get the job done. Same goes for business. So right now we're going through a number of different knife drills, knife techniques.
Okay.
So Sasha, explain.
So we're doing defense against knife stabbing. In several situations, if somebody's stabbing you, for example, from below. So how he's doing the movement, stab me. Stop the both hands in same time, stop the blow. Lock the hand. Lock it. In case you can break, then as well, this side. And get to push.
I've been training various different martial arts over the years, just to tell you a bit about my journey up until now. And I've enjoyed them all. It's more just being a case of keeping fit. But I always found, especially living in London, I mean, it's not exactly the safest place in the world, that I wanted to be able to do a discipline that really was based a bit more around survival, was a bit more practical. So that's where I started to look into Krav. I started with my first instructor, Master Sheikh, was with him for 18 months, incredible run, and he really gave me that foundation. And then of course I moved out to Dubai a couple of months ago now, and it was really about now getting to that next level, really taking my training to the next point. So you would have seen through some of the clips in this a bit about what we've done. And it's just incredible. I've got the best instructor here, and Sasha's really helped to take me to the next level, refine everything and just make sure that I'm battle tested and battle ready. One of the things I love the most about Krav as well is just being in business really teaches you a lot about resilience, being able to be tired, take some shots and continue to bounce back. So Sasha, why don't you tell them a little bit more about your story and your journey up until now?
I'm teaching, also Krav Maga since, 2011. So, we're going through some techniques against defense, against chokes, grabs, daily life situations. Knife stabbing, God forbidden, gun threat, what very rare will happen. That is the whole point of Krav Maga, to react in a very quick time of period. I get some injuries, because nobody's invincible. I'm very grateful because I'm training people and helping them to protect themselves in the future if it's needed.
Go on, say it again.
What?
You said you always wear the tight t-shirt.
Yeah, he always wears the tight t-shirt to show his muscles,
I wear the same top every single time. There's a plain black tee which is now damped and completely soaked because of this bloody weather. I mean, we used to train out here actually.
From beginning, yeah.
At the beginning, and then it would get so hot. Sometimes I felt like I was in a faint. There was
one time we stopped the training, like, okay, go home, Habibi. No, I'm good. Go home. I know. That time we went hard.
Yeah, we went real hard, and then I felt like I was gonna drop, but I was trying to continue. And then I remember you were we were practicing a knife threat, and then I turned it on myself.
And you killed yourself.
Yeah, I killed myself.
You don't want that.
Sasha said, "Nah, you're not ready." I found since I've trained, I've actually become calmer as a person, just overall. My head always feels like it's just a bit sharper. It's ready to go. And that's why I said it's even helped with work, just a bit more focused and tuned on with everything. So I love it. It's just a part of my life now, to be honest. And
once it's in the blood, that's it. You need all the time the dose
in the DNA.
Krav Maga. Yeah, that's it. Pumping the blood.
And I'll be coming out to Serbia soon, and we'll continue the
Hopefully,
journey. So appreciate it.
Thank you, man, again. Thank you.
Blessings. Right. After we finish training, first thing you need, replace the glycogen, get some healthy sugars in. So fruit, some pineapple, quick recharge before we go over to the barbers, get this face tidied up and get this tidied up as well. So let's tuck in. So after a quick snack, time to get the hair lined up, go to the barbers, let's get it. But after training, my head always just feels so much better. It's just like my mindset feels clear. I feel ready to attack the day. It's just now about recharging, getting into the flow. But there's just nothing better than, for me, especially some kind of combat training, get some kind of resistance, just feel primed for the day, ready to go. This is one thing that I love about just living out here compared to being in the UK. The sunshine is just a guarantee. And I just feel my energy is like 100 times higher. Drive, focus, productivity. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful every single day. Can't complain, eh?
How are you?
Living the dream. How you doing?
I'm very well.
Good. Glad to hear it. As always, do you want to kick us off with what's top of mind for you?
Sure. This time it was a big challenge to include all of those job titles, but I have nailed that down. This is done. However,
So you've done all the lists now?
Now those lists are in the process of scraping process right now.
I see.
Our, other guy who creates all the lists. The delay is on his side. once the lists are ready, because the numbers are quite high.
Just quickly, roughly how many records across all of the requests?
I can give you exact numbers.
Even rough is fine at this stage.
So it's like the first list is 1200 records, the second list is 1.6K, and the third list is 16.8K.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the fourth list is only 17 results, fifth is 36, sixth is 20, 64, and then 250. The reason for these low numbers are because of that very targeted job titles.
We need to see how that comes out once cleansed, because in theory their allowance is 10K per month. Of course, just with the nature of where we are with them, we're happy to make an exception, but it's still worth us calling that out, that exception is being made, help them understand how we're thinking about client experience. But that's good to know. We should be able to get back to them tomorrow.
My plan was to send them an email by the end of the day today. But there is quite some delay in communication with the freelancer.
Let's just keep them updated if it looks like it's going to drag, but I'm sure it'll be fine for tomorrow. So that's all good. We just want to get to that place where ideally that whatever format you've got it in, just where we have that clarity around what's going to be going out each day. But of course, I've got a lot more to update you on, as we wrap up the day. So I'm looking forward to that. If there's nothing else, then we can wrap up there. And of course, we'll speak in the morning.
Love the smile, man. The smile is different today.
Golden. All right.
Wishing you the best today.
Appreciate you. You too. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
So that's a typical example of a meeting that I'd have with a member of the team, just really setting the standard for the day in terms of what we need to drive, getting updates on clients, and really just having that open dialogue about what's happening in their life and making sure that they've got what they need to be successful. So I always love kicking off the day that way. Now let's get into the rest of the day ahead. Time to refuel and get some food in post-workout. Typically most days I eat eggs. I start most days with eggs, some kind of smoothie, just to get myself going. So some pretty good options here. This is one of my favorite places to come as well. So let's have a little look and secure some gains, get refueled. So right, we have 4 scrambled eggs, some toast with some sauteed potatoes, bit of ketchup on the side and a little bit of sauce here. This is pretty much my daily staple, and I'm absolutely starving after the workout, so can't wait to tuck in. Before I eat anything, I always say my grace, so let's do that first. Dear Lord, for what I'm about to receive, may the Lord make me truly thankful. In Christ's name, amen. We bless the food. Now let's dive in. So I want to tell you a little bit about my story, just give you a breakdown from where we started in life to where we are right now, and also where we're set to go. So I grew up in a single parent household. I was born in Southeast London. It was incredible, really, because as much as I didn't necessarily have a ton of things growing up, I had an incredible mother. I had a lot of love in my household. And so I was really proud to grow up where I grew up and be able to just be a part of such a loving family at an early age. I was then privileged enough to get a full scholarship studying corporate law, where I in essence had the chance to pretty much pay no school fees, no university fees, and off the back of that get a fully blown degree in law. But what I did is 8 months in, I dropped out. And the reason I chose to do that was I always felt like I had a bigger calling in life. I felt like there was something else that was really pulling me in. There was something just more that I had in my heart and in my mind. So I dropped out. I started a sales career, originally working for a company that manufactured printers and copiers. And during that role, very quickly, I broke a number of company records, and I really felt at home. Being a salesperson, having that meritocracy, knowing that how hard I work had a direct correlation on my earnings. And so over the years, I started to build up my name, build up my career, one sales role into the next sales role. And then over time, I eventually started to realize that I needed to have my efforts placed where they were gonna get the best return, the best yield. And so this is where, at one point, I came across SaaS, otherwise known as software as a service. And I started my career in SaaS as a SaaS salesperson. If you think about all of the favorite apps that you have on your phone, think of Uber, Airbnb, Deliveroo, pretty much any of the most prolific apps that you use. SaaS companies are exactly that, right? They're the applications and the services that are hosted in what's called the cloud, which is basically virtual infrastructure. And they power a lot of our day-to-day interactions, and pretty much the way that we communicate, the way that we interact with other people are all powered by SaaS applications. So I started to see that that is really where the world is going. That's really going to be the space that's going to transform where we're heading as a world, as a planet. And so I started to get into SaaS as a software salesperson, started off in a junior role, started to then build myself up to more and more senior roles, started to break a number of different records, and then I worked for companies like Amazon, the most successful company on the planet, and then eventually worked my way up to becoming a vice president of sales at one of the largest marketing automation companies in the world that do over 400 million in annual recurring revenue. I ran a team of 19 people, 3 sales directors and 16 field salespeople, and this is really where my career really got to the heights that it was able to reach now. But I started to then get to a point after a decade being in SaaS where I wanted to just take on a new challenge, wanted to take on something new, something different. Came out to Dubai, went to a mastermind by a great guy called Will Brown. Being there, I started to just see how agencies work, how other operators work, running service-based businesses. And I started to see that actually there's a massive opportunity here, because these service-based companies all want to evolve to having SaaS tools, SaaS offerings, but they got no clue how to do it. And it adds massive multiples to their businesses. There's so many different benefits and upside. So now I've come out to Dubai and I'm getting to privilege to work with some of the most prolific agencies, influencers, and people that are doing great things out here, helping them to build out SaaS offerings, add way more to their market valuation of their organization, and helping them to really make a difference in taking their businesses to the next level. So that's really what I'm doing right now. There's a number of other projects I'm working on, including a book, putting together my own masterminds and more. And I couldn't be more excited about the future now that I'm based here in Dubai, with so much more to come. So I appreciate you being a part of the journey so far, and continue to stay tuned. Now we're back upstairs. Grind never stops, right? Back to getting through some work. Few emails have come in, few messages, so just need to catch up on that. Get ready for a call that I got a little bit later today. The train keeps on trucking. Let's go. It's been a long day, but it's been a good day. Another one that I've enjoyed. I always try and look for the upside in almost every day that happens, because life's all about perception, right? No matter what happens, it's our decision as to what type of perception that we put on it. Think about what we've gone through today. We've trained, we spoke a bit about Stoicism. I told my story. We've done some deep work and gotten through a few bits at home, and now we're here wrapping up the last few bits of the day. So take a look outside. It looks beautiful out there just as we get ready to say goodbye. I hope that you've gotten some form of value from this video. We've tried to cover a number of different topics. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. But beyond that, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.